To all the folks, welcome to LMTV Live from the Hotel Africa community here in This trip is 17 most relevant. As you look here, recently the Minister of Public Works issued citation to residents of this area that by the 18th of October they have moved into begin the process of demolishing the structures here on the government. So today we have the Minister of Public Works, Mr. Roland Lafiel, who is touring the entire Hotel Africa area along with teams of engineers and workers from the Minister of Public Works. So we are going to be following this all important visitation here at Hotel Africa. Here with my colleague, Aaron Chapman, that part of now we're going to be bringing this broadcast. I listen to that. Very briefly, then one or two
Good morning, Alison. This community since 1979, this community existed and has occupied the space of government of Liberia and take the outlook and have
recently we followed the demolition exercise by the Minister of the so how effective on the process. So this is a clearing for the residents of this area. Yes, come October 18th, the Minister of Public Works will obviously move to the process of demolition here or demolition structures.
Today is the 9th, and I still see citizens still sitting reluctantly, although there was no citation issued to them. And as we approach the 18th of October, similar things are happening along the Republic community. You can see similar things happening here when the machines are arrived here and begun the process. I think that's why you see citizens taking up belongings from their home. But until then, they are still sitting reluctantly and waiting to see. Maybe they are thinking that if the normal Liberian waiting, Liberian will say it will not happen until you see the day itself come to fruition. I can see similar things happening. But this is a very jam-packed community. I can see the horses
Thank you very much.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
So folks, we say thanks for joining us. We had a little bit of technical problem with the sound, but now it seems like we've done with that. So you can just notify us in the comment section as to whether you are getting us live and clear. But while we here today, and we are live in the Hotel Africa community, where the Ministry of Public Works of recent issued the deadline on the 18th of September. The ministry issued a citation to residents of the Hotel Africa community that by October 18, the Ministry of Public Works would have moved in to begin the process of demolishing some of the structures, or if not all of the structures here in Hotel Africa community. So today, the Minister of Public Works, Honorable Roland Lafiel and the team are here, and they are assessing the entire facility. So it's expected that by October 18th, residents of this Hotel Africa community should already be done with the issue of evacuating this place and making sure that they can actually leave it.
I say, but people will be removed because we have to prepare a place for investment. We cannot have an investor with interest in the facility and it remain like this. All of us see where you are. The Hotel Africa used to be an iconic infrastructure across Africa. You say that way. This is the Hotel Africa that hosted the OAU. Just think about that. To come back to the country, this was to be used as a tourist site to an extent, and nobody is trying to restore it. So in that event, of course, there will be some people who will be affected by that. But we're doing the work now to gather all the technical information, and the government will.
Would there be any level of compensation to those?
We don't know that yet. But that will happen. But besides that, people are living here and squatting on government land. So whether you're going to be compensated, I can see that. The government may not have the money to do so, but we'll make a determination. Everybody that live here knows they shouldn't be here. This is not a land you just grab. So you shouldn't be here. So I'm sure people are aware. In fact, the community knows that. But we're trying to find a way to work with the community to make sure they understand that government is looking for investment that will create a job and also enhance our infrastructure.
You know, from last segment, everybody go back. We're talking about the ministry will do a determination as to who are some of the people that are to be left out of the process and their structure depending on your own investigation. Is there a set timeline on properties and leaving the others out?
I don't know about demolishing some and leaving some. The Hotel Africa property should be about 393.2 acres per our engineers. That's what it is. We are now securing the entire property. So there's no determination as to some people will stay here and some people will not stay here. All of those who are staying here, they know they shouldn't be here. They all know it's public land. And so because we're trying to now encourage investment, we need to secure the land space required. That's it.
They have argued over the years that if it had not been for them, then this place wouldn't have been the way it is as we speak, because some of them were brought in here to mend the property, and you now coming, surprisingly, as they claim, taking them off this property is going to be a serious embarrassment for them. What do you say to that?
Follow me into the building, into what you call the Hotel Africa. Just look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. I'm saying look at that.
I've toured this entire.
Is there anything protected? If they were here to protect it, is there anything protected? Is there anything left of what the Hotel Africa was? Nothing left. There's nothing there. So there's nothing there for protection. What we're trying to do is to encourage investment. And as much as we have people who have been squatting here, we're trying to work with them to find a way to create the space for investment. That's what we're doing. So our team here now doing assessment and looking at all the properties that are here. And of course, we'll make a determination. But let me say this place has to be secure for investment. That's it. And the government's not going to back down on that, because those who are here know they shouldn't be here. It's not a land for people to just grab and build and construct. It's wrong. Now what we are doing are people building the alley, people blocking communities, creating inaccessibility, just build anywhere and believe that the government would never come to do anything. No, this government is not going to do that. It's difficult though. We understand how difficult it is, but we have to take some tough decisions to change the country. If any one of you travel to other countries, you'll be ashamed of what we have. This is the Hotel Africa. This is what hosted the OAU in 1979. I was just less than 5 years old, and I know what I saw just in 2002 and just 2002 I was here in Bakaris. Let me say it that way. Wow. Young as I was, yeah. I graduated, my graduation was held here at the Unity Conference Center, and I walked in there just now, and what I saw, so disappointed. So we just took 2 years, between 2003 and 2006, to destroy this place. And not like it was because of the war, it was looted by all of us. So the government is intending now to restore the image of what Hotel Africa is supposed to be. There's supposed to be people who will come here and say, where did the OAU met? Where? In Liberia. It was in Saniquale. The superintendent in Saniquale trying to restore the place where those three leaders met to discuss the formation of the OAU. This was a vision of President Talbot. It was a visionary leader. Look at this. Look at this piece of infrastructure. It's a disgrace to the country overall. And that's what we're trying to restore. And nothing going to stand in the way of the restoration. Let me say it that way.
What have you assessed so far? How are you talking about carrying on assessment tool?
Well, I will leave that with the technician. They are still doing the work. Okay, when the work is done, you understand what we're doing. But let me close on this. This place will be secure. Whoever built on the land, that shouldn't be on the land. We have to secure it. And I'm sure the people understand that. There's some people who did makeshift structure because they know it's not the land. But those who felt that they could do real structure and believe that there's no government that will come and want to restore the Hotel Africa or do something that will bring back the pride, then we must be mistaken that to think that way. But I think we've resolved to do as a government, and that's what we're trying to secure the space so that we can encourage investment. People want jobs. People talk about jobs, so we need to do so. That's what we're doing. Thank you.
Minister, looking at those who reside here who are and about where spots or looking at their faces, is government have and then plan maybe to locate them for temporary purpose before they can regain their revenue?
I think I answered the question already. Government right now is not in the position to hold such a conversation. You know how many persons stay here? So many persons stay here. So we have our team on the field, and that's what we're doing now. As I'm leaving, he's having a team there doing all the assessment required, doing all the survey required, and there will be a full report to do. So the government will make a clear determination. But what I want to emphasize, like I said, we are trying to secure, and we will secure the hotel facility in our states. That's it. Very simple.
So your visit here today was not purposely to discuss with residents of the community.
There will be a community meeting tomorrow. Our team will be here. The Assistant Minister for Community Services and our team will lead a conversation with the community tomorrow, just to inform them as to what we're doing and when this thing will actually take place. But it will take place. Okay, but there's no 30 days. No. Let's take that one out. Let's say in 30 days people should leave, but people will leave. Once the team is done and the IMCC, the Interministerial Committee that's responsible for this, meet and we submit our report and make the determination when that will happen, we'll let you know. I'm sure people will voluntarily by themselves begin to leave because people have to leave. People have to leave. There could be a time that will happen. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, folks, he's the Minister of Public Works, Honorable Roland Lafia Gideons. Like we said previously, the Ministry of Public Works issued a citation to inhabitants, or if you may, residents of the Hotel Africa community here to vacate this place by the 18th of October. And as we speak, today is the 9th of October, and we are left with just 11 more days to the D-Day. So as part of the exercise, the Ministry of Public Works, led by the minister who is here today, came to actually see for himself first-hand information as to what exactly is unfolding in the Hotel Africa area. Like you heard, he said there is an conversation to compensate residents here because government have now reached that determination to do so. But yes, 30 days is no longer in the pipeline, so the October 18th deadline is going to be the official date for the Ministry of Public Works to move in here to demolish some of, or if not all of the properties here. And he also threw light on some of the folks who actually thought that by building a multi-million-dollar property here on the Hotel Africa facility would have saved them off the hook whenever government decides to move in to demolish some of the property. So no compensation is that clear from the Minister of Public Works, and then there is in 30 days, additional 30 days or whatever, and there is no place as we speak right now that the government have secured to have them move in. So we are here, and it is our anticipation that we speak very briefly with the technical head of this assessment team. So let's see if we can one of the facility, and recently we were here bringing you a pictorial scene of the Hotel Africa property, where now you have thousands of residents who encroach on the government-owned facility, and today the Minister of Public Works and his team are right here and assessing the entire landscape of this area. And to him recently, and he said there will be no compensation as of now to victims or those who are affected by this exercise, and also there is no plan to relocate some of the folks here, and there is no additional days to be added to the October 18 deadline. So this is giving a clearer picture to inhabitants of this place that you should be packing now before the 18th of October. Otherwise, some may just have another story, because once the Ministry of Public Works machine moves in, it's going to be a different story, and you don't want that happening. We also have schools here, churches as well, and a whole lot of private properties, businesses as well. So let's see if we can begin this interview from right here to get a technical understanding about what exactly is going on with the Ministry of Public Works assessment here at the Hotel Africa facility. I want to say welcome to LNTV. Your name?
Okay, thank you. My name is Emmanuel Kamonepe. I'm the Director for Environmental, Resettlement and Social Safeguard in the Ministry of Public Works.
Bring us up to speed with your assessment here at the Hotel Africa. Where are we so far, and how did it all start?
Well, for us, we are foot soldiers. We got the instruction from the minister to carry out assessment of all the structures that have been built within the vicinity of the Hotel Africa and the United Conference Center. So we're given a map that shows a total land space of 393.2 acres that belong to GOL. So our activities here mainly is to identify all those structures that are formed within that space. So far we have marked over, let's say, close to 500 structures that have encroached. Some of them of very high value. We are hoping that by the weekend, our assessment will be done, and then an official report will be shared with the minister.
Unlike other places or in time past where the Ministry of Public Works will move in and try to compensate some of those residents who encroach on government property, this is a different ballgame all by itself. Why?
Well, I can't really speak to that. I mean, as a technician, my job is to make sure that the required report that has been requested by my minister is provided. So in terms of the detail regarding the compensation, I can't really speak to that. I don't know whether they have any intention of paying those involved, but my role is to ensure that a comprehensive report is provided so that stakeholders can make the required decision.
Talk about some of the properties like schools, churches, and what have you.
Yeah, so it's actually disheartening. It will amaze you to know that even we have something called the social economic survey that we do while we do the assessment.
What is that?
It's a list of questions that we ask those who structures are being affected, and it will amaze you to know that majority, in fact, of the approximately 500 structures that we have marked, you have less than 10% showing up to say that they have a deed for what they own. And I don't know why someone would want to invest close to 75,000, 50,000 in your structure when you know you don't have a legitimate deed for that place. So it's really worrisome, actually.
What are you hearing from them? Like, you are in the field, when you move in, maybe you hear them talking about what are their thoughts?
So I mean, it's so funny and sorrowful. So there are three major views that we are trying to contend with right now. You will find out that one group is willing to receive whatsoever resettlement and leave. You have another group that is appealing to the government to sell the place to them. And you have another group that is just appealing for time. And the time they are appealing for, some of them 2 years, some of them 3 years. So major those are the three major requests that are really coming forward.
Of the three major groups, what percentage can you point to one? Which one is on the increase, like asking for compensation, asking to buy the property, and asking for time?
So for those who are saying that they should be given time, they are more.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, our people know that when this place is developed, it will bring in a lot of job opportunities, right? So they feel that they could also individually benefit from whatsoever job opportunity that may arise as a result of the improvement on this place. So you'll find that most of them asking for time. Yeah, the next group in line are those who want to buy.
Okay.
Yeah, except very few who are willing to get whatsoever compensation and leave. There are also very few of them who are suggesting that they are relocated in a new area where they can start to redevelop their life.
Did you find anyone who like want to challenge the process and say,
No.
because I've seen a modern property ahead of us, and I want to suggest that person will not just let their property go down, the drain easily, and they want to put up a challenge.
So you see, I have a team of 11 persons that have been stationed here for the last 2 days. I mean, we are living here at the same time doing the assessment. Okay. So that shows that we have built that relationship with those affected. And I must say, in all fairness, of the many years I have done this work, this is one of the most peaceful communities that I have worked in. I mean, the people are very friendly, they are cordial. You won't come across insults like how we experience in other areas. In fact, we are working here without police, without any form of intimidation. Okay. So it just shows you the kind of people they are, and we want to say thank you to the community.
How long are you guys here for?
So we have been here for almost a week. We started for the assessment team. We have been here for almost a week. We are hoping to complete by Saturday. But for those who were involved with the marking, the zoning team, they have been here as far back as the first of this month, as far back as October 1st. Yeah.
What do you say to people who you are yet to reach to and maybe listening to this broadcast?
So I mean the experience here it should just tell you that the entire country is on a new footing. Most especially those who know that they are occupying lands that they don't own legitimately. We advise that you don't do anything concrete, because we intend to explore every avenue in order to bring investment. So once we have investors showing interest for lands that are owned by the government, we'll have no alternative but to move in and secure that land so that, more returns can come to the country. So I want to tell all those under the sound of my voice, if you are squatting in area that don't belong to you, mainly if it is for government, we advise that you don't take the risk of investing hugely like we are seeing in the Hotel Africa area. It's so frustrating. I feel so sorry for them, but I think you heard the minister, and that is the message. There are no plans for compensation yet, and the next thing is they will have to move, and very soon too.
Say your name again.
My name is Emmanuel Gamonde P. I'm the Director for Resettlement, Environmental and Social Safeguards, Ministry of Public Works.
Thank you very much for having.
Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. We are trying to see if we can wrap up this interview, but we want to get a word or two. And this is what is happening here. Public Works Minister Honorable Roland Lafayette Giddens pay a visit here today as part of the already assessment team that is stationed here, that are already moving into some of the communities to assess for themselves what exactly are the issues and the land space, the value of some of the properties, even though they have said there is any plan to compensate people for properties that were actually built here. And he said there are folks who are claiming that they have deed to some of the properties they bought, and there are folks who as well are saying, well, we are asking the government to compensate us in terms of us relocating, and there are others who are already asking for time. So there are three groups of people who are here, and they are all calling for some way, somehow, a little bit of intervention. But yes, you heard the Minister of Public Works saying no compensation, no additional 30 days. So that tells you that October 18 still stands for the demolition of the properties that are here on the Hotel Africa facility. Aaron, I want to get one or two from you quickly.
Firstly, I'm very amazed by the infrastructure here. I'm very impressed by the outlook of the place. It's very energizing and a worth resting relaxation. So the minister made it very clear that there will be no compensation for those who currently reside here. And according to the engineer, also some of them are asking for time. And he also said they are very peaceful. And the only thing that we know is to ask the Ministry of Public Works to give them more time. And again, when it comes to the issue of time in Liberia, there is no enough time to do anything. So the October 18 deadline that was set by the Ministry of Public Works, I think it's going to take effect. But then, looking at the situation and looking at their faces, I think the ministry is going to be a little bit more when it comes to demolition process, and they will give the citizen maybe few time to leave. But this infrastructure is very beautiful. I think we imagine since 1879, the infrastructure still like this, it still look gigantic, very good. I mean, we are talking about 300 rooms with villa. Come and think about it, OAU. I mean, this is a historical place where people need to come from other parts of Africa to come and do research here. Maybe people who are doing a PhD, they want to do research. They have to come here to do research to know the origin of the OAU currently transition to other branches of organization in Africa. So, by the government trying to redo this whole property and to renovate the property, to bring it to present day reality, I think it is laudable. Even the citizens who are here, they are lauding government, but the only thing they're asking for time. That's we getting right now.
And judging from the face of the minister, it will tell you that there isn't any idea about giving additional time to people, because this was just done hurriedly, where he just took a few steps across the place and saw some of the properties, and then he had that brief interview, and then he got on a car and he left the place. So I want to suggest to people who are especially start from, we need to leave this facility, because you are along this route. We saw from the Simple Bridge community up to the Poor River community. You also saw all of the properties that were actually marked by the Ministry of Public Works were actually brought down. So this is just a sign to tell you that if the Ministry of Public Works can move in and carry out demolition of some of those valuable properties along the corridor, the main route, then same can apply to us here as well, Aaron.
And one thing the minister also said is the issue of job creation. According to the minister, when this property is on renovation, a lot of Liberians will have the opportunity to have a job. And even those who currently reside here, when they shall have left this particular place and the renovation process began, they will come here also to get a job. So the minister is very frantic when it comes to the issue of renovating the place and the issue of eviction and a subsequent demolition exercise that is about to take place on the 18th of October. So when the minister speak, people were still doubting regarding the from Simple Bridge all the way to Douala. People were still doubting whether it will come to fruition. Now, as we speak, it's in the past. So similar thing will imply here. So what I can say, and those who currently reside here, is the need to find a temporary maybe place to move swiftly, so that when the machine shall have come, it will not again give another delay for the demolition exercise.
So folks, this is how we want to bring this broadcast to a closure. We've been bringing you a live coverage of the Ministry of Public Works assessment in the Hotel community. 5 homes already marked, and the team is taking on the assessment. So let's first from three groups, and one is asking for additional time, one is asking for compensation, and one is asking that government can relocate them while the process is going on. But yes, this is the famous Hotel Africa facility, and the deadline for the demolition of this entire property we are discussing on the Hotel Africa land will begin by the 18th of October. Yes, this is how we want to bring this broadcast to a closure, and we say thanks for watching. Aaron Tyler, who has been here, Damo Afufana. My name is Aisiniba, and do have yourself a pleasant morning from Hotel Africa in District number 17, Mosurali County. So welcome back again, folks. We are still here in the Hotel Africa community, where the Ministry of Public Works team at about this time are already marking some of the properties that were actually built here on the Hotel Africa facility. So if you just look here, you see this structure, though it's a zinc, but it was also marked by the Ministry of Public Works. And here you have another property. This person actually fenced this place, and it's been marked. It's marked Hotel Africa, and it's HA 455. So that is 455. So you also have schools here, but then we'll be moving in behind team to see what exactly are they carrying out here in terms of properties, and some of the folks who are also affected by the disaster that's moving, as we give you a pictorial scene of what is happening here. So if you want to follow us, say just follow this broadcast, and we will show you some of the properties. This is another one here. This is another one, and this is marked MEW. It's marked MEW. And the Ministry of Public Works. This is 439. I see. This is Africa 439. So this is structure number 439. This is 439. Here you have school-going kids who are all here, and this school falls in the bailiwick of the Hotel Africa properties. Kids here are already in school, so their schooling is going to be affected. So yeah, and this is Hotel Africa. This building is 438, and this is a school building, and it is also being marked. So yeah, some of the guys from the Ministry of Public Works who are actually carrying out this exercise. This is 437, and the owner of this facility is being asked to open.
Yeah, that is true. Before one enter the place,
So we're still out here. So schools, churches. Well, let's see if we can talk to you very briefly.
I'm the proprietor
of this. You care to tell us what's the name of this school?
Boy
Okay.
Elementary.
Okay. So, what do you make of the exercise being carried out by the Ministry of Public Works? Firstly, you want to tell us your name?
Again, by name, M. Zwana, by my Gibson.
What do you make of this exercise by the Ministry of Public Works? You are operating the school here, and you have school-going kids who are going to be some way, somehow affected by the demolition exercise carried out by the Ministry of Public Works by the 18th of October this month.
I'm very concerned about that, especially the kids that I'm dealing with. They got to do with the future of Liberia. Thereby, this is a development. They come with pain, but I believe that the government of this nation, who also are the greater concern with, think what to do about this. But it's more concern to us.
You want to bring us up to speed with the number of kids that are currently attending this school?
I have more than 200 and some more kids.
Yes. But logically speaking, some of the kids that are attending this school, they come from other houses or area around here, and some of the properties that are hosting them will also be affected by the exercise. So obviously it means if their parents are leaving this place, they in turn will also be leaving your school. What do you make of this?
These are also setback because even if the parents are leaving, it stresses them because they are already involved into some engagement. To go re-engage is another problem. This is the only school around here from the Banjo Beach to go almost to the train track. It's the only school you can find here that hosting almost everybody in this place. So for anything that affects this place, it affects many people.
So what do you say to government now, since you are on national television?
I am appealing to government to see how best they can handle such a situation, because it got to do with the nation building, right? The kids that we are growing up today are the one that will lead this nation tomorrow. So we are appealing to government to see how best they can handle the sensitive situations.
So you want them to pardon your institution?
Pardon us, of course, yes. Let them try to do so. If it can guide us in the way to keep the place, as you see how the areas look like, I think they can do something about that.
Okay, thank you. Once again, you say your name was?
Zwana Boyma Gibson, proprietor of the GOI Pentecostal School.
What's the meaning of GOI?
Go into the world and win soul for Christ.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Well, folks, this is the school here, and we are talking about over 200 kids who are currently being enrolled into the GOI Elementary School. But yes, we still have the Ministry of Public Works team carrying out this exercise, and they are assessing and also marking the properties here. So, okay. And so this, according to the proprietor of the Goyi Elementary School, this is also a church.
This is the church.
So this is a church and it's marked 447.
Just look. That's right. This is church. Okay.
So we're still here in the Hotel Africa community, where the Minister of Public Works, Honorable Roland Lafayette Giddens, today he visited here in the Hotel Africa community, and purposely the minister came here to assess for himself, signify the Ministry of Public Works team for nearly 3 days have been stationed here, and they also are assessing this entire community, and the process is going to run up to Saturday of this week. So we are here, Aaron Talu Damoa Fafana, and I'm Ayisin Diva, bringing you this exercise. A lot of churches are here, some are makeshift, and you have valuable properties here as well. Schools, churches are all here. So we heard from the engineers who have said, as per their assessment so far, this community is very peaceful. They have not received any threat from community dwellers. They've been here and they are residing here for the time being. So this is an exercise that is being done with ease for the folks from the Ministry of Public Works. So this is marked 435 Hotel Africa by the Ministry of Public Works. You listen to the Public Works Minister, and he said there will be no compensation as of now, not to his knowledge, for some of the community dwellers who are some way somehow affected by the exercise. And there will be no additional days, 30 days, 90 days, no. So that means the October 18 deadline will take full swing, and nothing about the October 18 deadline will change. So this is how the process is done. And after This you get the total number.
Because of the tree, I gotta go up.
So I was talking about business-wise. You have a lot of homes here connected to the LEC power grid. Obviously, once the Ministry of Public Works moves in to demolish, we also have the Liberia Electricity Corporation going out of business.
Maybe one day the ministry will do something, but I can't say anything. Everyone. Yeah. It doesn't run as a government. One of the overspending, then why should we do
So the length of the house and the width of the house are both being measured. So wherever you are and however you are listening or watching, this is national television.
No, the payroll. The same government. The same government money. Why is it that you want to same government money? Wherever we see same government, this money government see. Where's the government?
So the process is on.
Yeah, Jackson, 100.7. Okay, come on. 20.7.
Properties that have been earmarked, squatting on the Hotel Africa facility.
So the 1.1. Yeah.
So the team will also move in to see for themselves, to assess the level of development on the property market, even though the Minister of Public Works have made it clear that they are not going to compensate those who built or encroached on the Hotel Africa property, not to their knowledge as of now. Maybe in the future, government at some point in time could say, yes, let's see if we can compensate the folks, but as of now, it's not. in the Puebla. So you see, these are all indication to tell you that this is the government-owned property. If you look here quickly, you see these are facility or properties, structures that have been here for years. Yes. See this one.
So the 1.1. And not piece of hell. Yeah. So I think you saw all the installation there. Tell you that.
So yes, from the other side, this is one of the government's installations. This was actually built by the government of Liberia, and it's just an indication that the Hutu Africa property stress as far as this point.
Pop, where's the owner?
So you see, this property was built just close to the government-owned.
No, from here, where the phone will go? Right here. Okay, so just trying to eat.
No, man.
That's what we call it.
No.
From right? Yeah.
This?
So I'm told that this was actually the Hutu Africa septic tank. Yes, this used to be the Hutu Africa septic tank.
So I can go now.
Yes, sir. I think I talk to you.
So see some of the properties that are built or that were built on the Hutu Africa facility.
Wadi, measure the one. I'll answer to the one, just measure it. You know the number? No number about what I'm going to do. I see you. No. Sorry, I'll be maybe. I do. 10.3. 22.3. How much? 22.3. $19.7. Yo.
So if you just joining this broadcast, let me inform you that we are in the Hotel Africa community where the Ministry of Public Works is carrying out an assessment of the land space and some of the properties that were actually built on the Hotel Africa property. They are marking and measuring the width and the length of properties on this Hotel Africa.
Where put down the place? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to think of this. 25 by 17.
See the LC meter.
Yeah, 25 by 17. You know where you enter them when I found I know where I talk to you.
This is a new structure that was just erected, and I want to believe it's still going on construction. A very new structure.
Now. Well, you want to look this up. Well, not here.
So the public works folks are also interested in looking in the house to see, because obviously there will be folks in terms of compensation who will want to see things that weren't in their home. So they're also looking for whether a home is tied, where you have tile on the floor. You have another structure here again.
Yeah. So when I can ask question, Ken? No, I'm just here. So, no way. I'm not there. I can't open it up here. This is that. Let's do that. Then I am going to yeah. Đấy cái này cái miếng nó cái miếng rồi thế thì cái cái rồi nhúc có mấy thằng ơi dạ mới làm được như vậy cái kiểu này là dạ cái này là Mon calço, igual o português, do carro escape nessa, não.
So we are moving. We are making our way.
I'm going to get gas. Gas.
So this is a friendly exercise. It's a community dwellers. I cooperating with the Ministry of Public Works folks. This is a very, very huge community. Lots of people.
Where are you guys? You got your umbrella, eh? Okay, come on.
So we are in the Future Africa community, where the Ministry of Public Works is carrying out an assessment tour of properties that were built or are being built on the Future Africa property. So you see this is a huge one, but it was also marked, and I'm told this should be an event hall. So you see here, yes. This is a huge facility, and there should be thousands of dollars. But yet, it was built on the Hutu Africa property. Stable electricity also here.
The music. Music.
Music? What way?